Welcome everyone. You have reached the elite tier of my top 71 Retro Mario Kart tracks countdown. These 15 tracks were carefully selected as some of my favorites from the Mario Kart series. Many of these tracks are old favorites returning ever so fashionably. A few are ones I kinda liked in the original, but were really impressed with the remake, Ribbon Road. Without further dilly-dallying, let's get on with this list, shall we? Number 15 is GBA Cheeseland from Mario Kart 8. Because this track remake literally just about made Nathaniel Bandy lose his mind, I think it deserves to be up here. I highly recommend you look up that reaction he had if you haven't seen it. Just be warned that there's some swearing in there. Anyway, Cheeseland had a brilliant redo in Mario Kart 8. Gone are the mice, but in comes the frickin' chain chomps. There's plenty of cool shortcuts to use mushrooms on this track. It's made out of cheese, and of course, looks great in HD. The music is pretty fun to jam to as well. Number 14 is Wii Grumble Volcano from Mario Kart 8. Grumble Volcano is one of many great and memorable tracks from Mario Kart Wii, and to see its fieriness return in HD was quite awesome. Unlike Mario Kart 7's attempts to fix what wasn't broken when it came to the Wii tracks, this track was pretty similar to the original. There's a few glider sections added, which is pretty cool. No anti-gravity, but I don't think it would have really fit with the track, so it's okay. The music is similar to the original as well, and it fits the track perfectly. It's super cool, kind of underrated. Also, watch out for half the track being gone by the time you reach the final lap. That's also still a thing. Number 13 is Wii Maple Treeway from Mario Kart 7. Okay, I've already mentioned how I was upset with a lot of the Wii remakes in Mario Kart 7, and I'm still slightly upset with this one. If they kept that awesome floaty bridge at the end, I guarantee you this might have been a few spots higher. But as it is, this track stays mostly true to the original. The atmosphere is still beautiful, there's still giant wigglers, a brilliant track design, that cool cannon at the beginning, and who can forget the super chill music. Only thing you forgot was the frickin' bridge. Oh, and Waluigi also. Number 12 is 3DS Piranha Plant Slide from Mario Kart 8. I'll be honest, I'm a lot bigger a fan of the original Maple Treeway than the original Piranha Plant Slide, but we're not judging the originals here, are we? This remake incorporated anti-gravity in quite a cool way, in addition to still having probably the coolest gliding section of all of Mario Kart towards the end. It's just epic. Anyway, as the track title suggests, there are some piranha plants in this track that you have to dodge. The music is really catchy, and it's a great tribute to the original Mario game as well. The theme of this track is really cool. Number 11 is N64 Yoshi Valley from Mario Kart 8. So many paths. Oh, and this console actually keeps track of who is in first place. That's convenient. Anyway, this track is also pretty true to the original with some new goodies added. There's a gliding section in one of the paths, but that's not usually the one I take. I believe the one with the little bridge towards the beginning is fastest, so I usually take that one. The giant egg, that's still there at the end, along with a nice shortcut if you have a mushroom. The music is super duper exciting and energetic, and it's a great remake sort of tribute to the original. Gotta love it. Number 10 is GBA Sky Garden from Mario Kart DS. Sky Garden is one of the most popular tracks in Mario Kart, and it's really easy to see why. The track design is great, there's some clever shortcuts, and who can forget the homie Luigi hanging out in that blimp up there. But when I think Sky Garden, I think about one of Mario Kart's greatest musical masterpieces. Whether it be the old school GBA version or this energetic, fast-paced DS remake, they are both incredible. I was literally listening to the Sky Garden theme while I was writing the script for this. That's just how awesome it is. Number 9 is N64 Rainbow Road from Mario Kart 8. This is arguably the most beautiful track on this entire list, so let's just get that out of the way. The remake is freaking gorgeous. The fireworks, the colors, just everything. The trains and the coins being thrown onto the track are quite a cool touch as well. Parts of the track allow you to enjoy some really nice turns. You gotta charge up those purple sparks because it's Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and there's purple sparks now. The gliding section towards the end is pretty epic as well. The music remake is nothing short of incredible, especially that super fast-paced final section. Now one problem, and I've mentioned it numerous times, the track is just a little bit too short. Would have been cool if they did like the whole thing, but 2 laps, oh well. Number 8 is N64 Choco Mountain from Mario Kart DS. Choco Mountain is one of those tracks that is simple but is incredible nonetheless. You're just driving around a mountain and oh no, I better dodge these giant balls of Choco. Yeah, that's what that is. For some reason, I just love the atmosphere of this track. It's sort of like hazy in a way. I think there's like fog, I don't know. This is another track though where the music really makes it for me, as it is one of those catchiest tunes that I've like ever heard. It sounds even better in the DS remake than the original because it just has that DS feel to it, if you get what I'm saying. Maybe you don't. By the way, if you haven't seen Summoning Salt's video on the history of Choco Mountain speedruns, go watch it. It's pretty interesting. I can't do any of those weather tankos though. Number 7 is N64 Banshee Boardwalk from Mario Kart DS. This is one of those tracks where I can't really explain why I like it so much. I just remember playing this for the first time thinking, this track is brilliant. For some reason. Maybe it's that giant fish at the beginning. Maybe it's that creepy welcome sign. Maybe it's those bats that fit the track a lot better than in a certain gold mine. The whole atmosphere is super creepy and legitimately kind of scary. The music gives me more chills than most horror movies I've seen, that's no joke. Though I do think the N64's version is a little bit creepier. Number 6 is N64 Bowsers Castle from Mario Kart Wii. There's plenty of great N64 tracks, and there's plenty of great N64 remakes. This is another N64 track I'm talking about. But to me, none top one of the great Bowsers Castle in the Mario Kart series. Third best in my opinion, behind the Wii and the Wii U version. Anyway, this remake did a good job of not fixing what wasn't broken, as the track's eeriness, thwomps, staircases, sharp turns, they're all still intact. When this track comes up, you know it's serious business. This is one of the most difficult tracks in the Mario Kart series, and that music will leave you unsettled too. But that's kind of why I like this track so much. It's hard, but it's fair. Number 5 is GBA Ribbon Road from Mario Kart 8. Ribbon Road was one of the most popular tracks in the original GBA version. While I liked it too, there was definitely still a handful of tracks ahead of it for me. But this remake in Mario Kart 8 truly made it special. The effort Nintendo put into this track is what I'm sure made many people actually get the DLC when it was originally offered in Mario Kart 8. The environment is simply stunning, and the track itself has a few cool shortcuts now. Also, you gotta love how that track bounces up and down now. It kind of fits with that surfer vibe that the music has, and it's worth noting that the music is barely recognizable when compared to the clunkier sounding original version. Number 4 is DS Delfino Square from Mario Kart Wii. Definitely one of the great tracks from Mario Kart DS. It's part of a big 3 in my opinion, and we might just be getting to those other 2 a little bit later, wink wink nudge nudge. But we're talking about the remake here, and Delfino Square is just about as fabulous as the original. You're still going through a beautiful town, jamming to that awesome music, and you're hoping that you can experience that awesome jump at the end as well. It's especially awesome that now in the Mario Kart Wii version, you can trick off of it. Number 3 is DS Waluigi Pinball from Mario Kart 7. Well, you might be surprised that this isn't number 1 for a guy who named his channel after Waluigi. There's some reasons for that. First off, the tracks ahead of this are ever so slightly better. Secondly, it's hard accepting this track when Nintendo insulted us Waluigi fans by including Waluigi Pinball in this game, but not Waluigi himself. But yeah, this track itself was still true to the original, unlike the Wii remakes. The item roulette music is still there, the giant statue of our golden god Waluigi is still up there, and the track design and music are still great. Just dodge those pinballs and you'll have yourself a great time. Unfortunately, you'll have a great time without Waluigi. Number 2 is DS Airship Fortress from Mario Kart 7. So the original Airship Fortress was already pretty freaking awesome. But now, there's no longer bullet bills. There's bonsai bills. Also, the noises the Monty Moles make are slightly less freaky, so I kinda like that. Besides that, it's still the same old epic ride through an airship, with that good old cannon launch towards the middle/end section, now complete with a glider. The music is still true to the original as well, ever so awesome and fitting the track just right. I like Waluigi Pinball slightly better than Airship Fortress and Mario Kart DS, but the reverse is true here. I just think they put some extra thought into the Airship Fortress, and made one great remake. It's not quite number 1 though. And number 1 is... We interrupt this program to bring you some breaking news! A new virus is spreading around the world. What is this virus called? Scientists are calling it HBPP because it causes people to behave like head-banging piranha plants. HBPP. We'll give you more details after the break. Anyway, number 1 is 3DS Music Park from Mario Kart 8 in case you can't tell. It has those great head-banging piranha plants. It was one of the great tracks of Mario Kart 7, and they made it even better in this game without trying to change what was already perfect. The bouncing music notes, the driving on drums and pianos, it's all still here. The music got even more catchy from the original, or at least the sound quality is better. Music Park, Melody Motorway, any way you want to call it, it's one of the greatest Mario Kart tracks of all time, and that's something I don't think can be denied.